G'day, welcome to Art with Alison. Today I'm going to be doing some jewellery dipping, and I thought this would be a more detailed tutorial for you, especially for new beginners who haven't done it before. So I'm going to do it step by step, and it's a great way to make some pretty jewellery. I sell mine at a local art and craft shop and it sells really quite well. I'm going to be doing it the actual paint pouring on this little plate. That way I've found that you can have more control over what pattern you're making. So I start off with a golf tee. I managed to buy wooden ones, which is great for environmental reasons. And then you get some poster putty. Sure you're all familiar with this. Massage it for a while, it helps it to soften up and become more flexible, and it makes it more sticky. So just do this. I've already done it for a while. It's already nice and ready to go. So then just pinch off a little bit. It's plenty. Probably could do even half of that. So just a little bit like that, and then get my wooden golf tee and just stick that on the end. Just make sure it is good and firm, and then I get my cabochon. Got some little heart ones here, which are going to be earrings. Find it easier to do it on the tabletop, so I'll just bend it down so you can see. So just have it so the dome side is up. Stick that on, push it down nice and firmly, and then it just lifts off. And just over so you can see it, and then just pop it in there. And then, so I'll continue doing those because I bought these lovely, these ones for these earrings, which I thought looked really pretty. Go in those. But there's all sorts of shapes that I got. These ones are pretty, so I'll do some others which will go in those. And I'll continue doing this, and then I'll get back to you for the actual layering of the cup for the paint pour. Alright, so I'm just using a little silicone cup. To get really good patterns, it's better to have really thin layers, because that way you get lots of different colours next to each other. So that was cool blue, and followed by metallic copper and some white. The white helps just set the other colours off. This is beautiful Geraldo green light, followed by green deep. So I'm not going for cells. So it was global cool yellow, followed by white, followed by Geraldo gold, and this is cool red. Back to the beginning again. Alright, actually made heaps, far more than I was planning on, but right, so with this I'm just going to be moving the cup to get these pretty patterns. green than I was expecting. I'll just torch it to get the bubbles popped. Just remember, don't keep the torch in one spot or you could burn your paint. Right, some really pretty spots. So now the thing is to just look carefully, and of course you've got to think about the size of your cabochons and what you can do. I do like using these long ones because you can get a lovely section of pattern. So before you dip your cabochon, this bit is important, and that is to get some alcohol, such as this rubbing alcohol, and put it on a clean tissue like that. I'm going to put the lid back on because it evaporates quite quickly, and then rub over the end to clean it gets grease off, and our fingers have grease on them, and the oils are not good for paint to stick to. And then go to the dry part of your tissue to polish it up. Make sure all the alcohol is gone. Now, then you need to look at it and get it in the light. You can find out if it has got any scratches or anything like that on it. You don't want to waste a beautiful pattern on cabochon which isn't any good. So just rub it until it comes out looking lovely and sparkly, all nice and polished and shiny. I might just give that another quick torch before I start. Because bubbles will continue to rise. Alright, so I'm thinking for a butterfly this might be pretty here. Just touch it. Just let it just touch the glass. And then you'll see that the pattern that you saw get dipped into is what sticks on the bottom of the cabochon. So now there's quite a big dollop at the bottom of that. So it's a good idea just to let any excess paint come off, because it's still going to fit into the setting. That's enough, and then just twirl it round so you get the weight of the paint back towards the center. Don't want it all sliding off. And then over here I've got another one of these to put them in. Now I'll get another one. There we are. Again, clean this and dry it. Check it's come out nice and clean. Just try and get the light to shine on it. Alright. So maybe over here. This is really pretty. Now I might use a long one there for a pendant while we've got those nice long patterns. So again, cleaning it, drying it, checking it. Beautiful. Also got to think about earrings. So I have these smaller ones to match. So there needs to be room for two of those, which are going to be similar. So I'm liking this line through here, and there should be hopefully enough room up that end for the earrings. So carefully, might help if I leave my wrist on there. Just going to lightly touch it, make sure it's covered the whole of the cabochon, you don't want a corner where nothing touched. And see how the pattern's exactly what it was on the plate. Now when you're putting it to dry, you've got to make sure that it's level. Right, so now the earrings. Give it a little push to make sure it's attached. Just check it. Yeah, they're both good. Sometimes it can be a bit tricky because it might look like there's a dot of something there, but in actual fact it's just a light from the light globe catching it. Sometimes when there's not much room, you might notice when you lift it up, it changes the pattern around it. And when there's not much of the pattern that you want, what I do is I go down both at the same time. Right. Like that. Lift it up. See if there's any excess paint that wants to come off. I'll just let it just touch paint on the surface, which can help just drag it off. Be careful how you don't want to go muck up your extra strip there, possibly mucking up that pattern there. Probably should have another plate or something to put the strips on, seeing as there's not much room on this plate. Right, so I'm just leveling it up so the paint is kind of in the middle. So they will match the pendant, so then I sell them as a set. And the sets do sell quite well. Great gifts. I won't do all of my cabochons in this because it's good to have different colours available for people. That green seems to have taken over, doesn't it? Do a few of the different things in these colours and then maybe do another one with different, more blue in it. That blue got lost, didn't it? It's probably where this purple's happened, where the blue and the red were together. Might dip that in there. As where oh, actually that's beautiful there. Do that one. It's stunning. Shall I save that for a bigger one? I think I will. Put that there. It's pretty. And the way you pull it up, you can make a pretty pattern all by itself. So this is a larger round one. Push. Make sure it's hot. Hold on, because this is so pretty here. Now, where it reaches the edge, often there can be very little depth of paint there. So it can actually get ruined by that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in from this side and just go like that, and hopefully it'll push some of the paint underneath. But you mustn't push too hard or it totally ruins the whole pattern. It'll get squished. And I can't do the whole one, so I'll do this bit down here where that dark green meets the white. It's quite nice, isn't it? Right, just there we go. Done. Oop. What's coming up? Oh, it's nice. It's going to be really pretty. Now though, if I want earrings to match. Right, so these little heart earrings. Well, not so little actually. Sticking. Not do them both together, so. be pretty. I think it's going to be really pretty, this pendant. Oh, I missed that corner. I could just dip that in the red. Really hard to match this one up. I might help it up. Do this bit here. It's art. It's not supposed to be exactly the same. If they don't actually match enough, you can just turn the earring into a pendant if you want. Just change the clasp setting on it. I do like this red and gold in the middle, but hard to know just how to take advantage of it. This is really pretty here as well. I catch the ends of those and also some red. But really slowly, it's less likely to distort too much of the pattern around it. I hope people don't think it looks like tea. No, I've missed a bit on that one. I missed a bit on that corner there, so that's okay. I'll just go back to where I was. No one will ever know, except for us. Some earrings. You can go in with one first, but don't pull it out, and then go get the other one. Because once you pull it out, it's when it distorts the paint around it somewhat. Yeah, it's going to be stunning, that one. of different parts to it, make it interesting. Whatever it is, could be an owl pendant, could be just a pendant on its own. Doesn't that look pretty on the top? Unfortunately, the video that I did of me gluing the cabochons onto the settings didn't work out properly, so I thought I'd just do another one where I can show you what to do while you're gluing, before you're gluing, how you glue, etc. Now, the glue that is really the best to use is the E6000. It's very strong and it's perfect for gluing the jewellery cabochons together. So first of all, the important part to do is to get the paint off the edges, because when you dip it in, often it goes in a little bit deeper, and so you end up with this edge here. Now, because these have been a while, they're quite hard to get off, so I'm just going to get a sponge and show you how to do it that way. So what I've got here, it's just a damp cloth. It's not soaking wet, it's just a bit damp. So basically, if I was to do this a day or two after the dipping, it's quite easy to just scrape it off with your fingernail. But because this one was dipped, I don't know, a month ago or something, so all you've got to do is just lightly stroke the edges on a damp cloth like that. I'll do the same on the earrings as well. And then by the time they're done, I'll just get this, otherwise it'll just go everywhere. So I'll just move over a bit so you can see. Alright, so now it should hopefully have softened enough. There we go. Now when you're scraping it, don't scrape it towards the dipped paint, because it's easy for it then to start peeling off, and you really don't want that. So you've got to sort of aim whatever it is you're scraping it off with. You might need to use a little knife or something, but I just like to use my fingernail. Just point it towards the top of the dome of the cabochon so you don't risk peeling off the... No. Yeah, it is still coming off fairly easily. And you can see sideways down, don't know if you can, but you can see it being transparent if the other side's clear. And it's pretty much clear, just a few little bits left. Because then your paint's only in that little bit, so you can see through here, and then you can check if you've got it all. I mean, sometimes it doesn't have to be perfect, because once you put it into the setting, it does cover a lot of the sides up. But just in case, you don't want a bit poking out the top. Alright, so that's that part. Now the next part is important, because I've been touching these all over and touching this, and my hands, as your hands, everyone's hands, have grease in them. If ever you've put your hands on a clean glass window and taken it away, you've probably seen a little handprint there, because you've got oil in your fingers. So this is where we use some of this rubbing alcohol, just on a clean tissue. Squirt a bit of that on, and remember to do the top up, as it does evaporate very quickly. And then rub over your setting. It removes any oil, and then along the backs of these, and then that will make it. Now don't do it for too long, or you'll end up removing the paint, so it's just a quick wipe over. I have dogs. As you can hear, I breed Labradors. I've actually got a new channel, actually, if any of you are interested in seeing videos of my dogs and puppies. It's called Jarragum Labradors, and you can search for that, and please subscribe, because I've got heaps of views, but it's not the sort of thing people seem to subscribe to. Now this, you can use these, but you only get like about 4 or so in your thing, and you can only use them once, so unless you've got a huge amount to do, it's really not worth using them. I've hardly ever used them, actually. What I do here is a golf tee. I managed to get some wooden ones. I think I have to go and see what that dog wants. And that way up, yeah. And this one, not sure, I think that way up, yeah. All right, so undo this. Now it can be a bit stringy, and it's the smell is a bit strong, so just be aware of that and do it in a ventilated area. It's not that bad, but it's not that good either. So I find the easiest way is just to smear that along the back. And then pop it in. And now you'll actually find that your cabochon is slightly smaller. So you can see it jiggles from side to side there and up and down. So it's important to center it so that one side isn't wider than the other, if you know what I mean. So as best as you can, try and get the two edges, the space the same side, and then I'm pushing down with my thumb and forefinger and letting go now. I think it needs to come over slightly actually. But you don't have to worry too much about squeezing it down. That glue is very strong. Now if you've got a bit of glue on any of it, it's a good idea at this stage to get your tissue that's still got the rubbing alcohol in it to rub over it in case there's any glue. Probably move that now, haven't I? Yep, that looks good to me. I'll pop that there and squeeze a little bit more out. So I basically just twirl the end around, and then, as I said, because it's a bit stringy, just watch that. Put a bit on there. Sometimes it's a bit tricky. I might just do this one while I've still got, no, not enough. Sometimes when you drop it in, you get a bit of glue. Now I'll just do this up as you don't want it to dry out while doing this. So, alright, first of all, I'll just rub this over in case there's any glue on it. And if there is glue at this stage, with the rubbing alcohol, it turns to like a jelly, and it's easy just to rub it off. Alright, now I'll check it's even. See, I think there's a bit of jelly here now. And it just comes off, and it's no longer potent, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, that's good. That side. Not much space on the edges of these, so that's alright. There we are, there's the set, and it takes about 24 hours to dry properly. Now I should show you how to do a round one because it is a slightly different way. So here we are, here's one. I haven't published that pour yet. These beautiful colours. So again, this is quite hard, so I'll just rub that around just lightly. Comes off easily now. So pushing away from the back of it towards the dome. Hope you can see what I'm doing. You can see it's just peeling off. Came off really well. Yep, beautiful. Again, you can check around looking through the glass area. Make sure it's all nice and clean. Perfect. There we are, it's a bracelet. So the difference with the round ones is they're round. I'll show you. So you get a bit of this on the end. Just do the lid up. Now with these, you only need, you can put them in like that, and it doesn't have to cover the whole lot. And then pop your cabochon in and then swivel it around, and that spreads the glue all the way around. And then you decide how you want it to be. I think that looks nice. Actually, no, it's too uniform. That's better. A little bit off center. I like it off center a bit. But that's up to you. So it's a nice little bracelet. And there we go. So that's how to glue them. So that's that part. So that's about it really for this video, because yeah, hopefully I've covered everything for you. Actually, I haven't quite, because you've still got these. You can buy these on Amazon. I buy pretty much everything on Amazon. Amazon Australia, but I'm pretty sure Amazon in the other countries I have the same. So these are these little teeny weeny, teensy wincy little things that you put on your earrings. On the ends, but I usually do that later when it's all dry. Make sure it's still in the middle. Probably shouldn't be doing stuff with it, but just so you know, people like to have those so that they don't fall, out while they're walking around, because that would be a shame. So obviously I need to put one on the other, but I'll do that when it's dry. And then there's the chains, or these are cords, they're wax coated cords, and I would put that around here on that one, and then I put them into, buy these display boxes online, and I pop them in there with have that coming down with the pendant, and then pop the rest in there like that. Maybe, especially with that long one, not as much of the cord showing, just a little bit, and then poke the earrings on either side, and then you have a nice little display box. Put it underneath. And if you do the markets or manage to get them into a shop, it's a really nice way to display them. But I have the long boxes, which I put things like these in, and it just brings up the whole, it makes them look like they're a lot better quality when they're in a nice display box. And it's handy for people when they want to give them as gifts. Yeah, it makes it look more like a gift, and they don't really cost very much, maybe $1 or $2 for the boxes. So anyway, thank you. Really pleased that you guys are watching these videos. It seems that these jewellery ones are taking off now. Lots of people watching them, so I'm really pleased. And let me know if I've helped to inspire you. I love hearing those. And yeah, share your creations on my art group called Acrylic Pouring and More for all types of artists at all levels. And yeah, there's over 50,000 members, and the number one rule is to be kind. Yeah, everyone's really supportive, and it's going really well. So please subscribe to my channel, as it really does help me on my art journey. Helps my YouTube, helps YouTube to notice me if I've got more subscribers. And also have a look at my dog channel, my dogs and puppies, Jarragum Labradors. And yeah, I'd love you to subscribe to that one. I've only just started that one. And yeah, I'll be putting up more videos soon. You'll be able to see more of where we live in Australia. And yeah, so thanks again for watching. Please tell me how you're going in the comments, and if you've enjoyed the video, I'd really appreciate it. And of course, hit the like button. All right, thanks again, and catch you again soon. Bye for now. Bye-bye.